Hello, this is Bill. Welcome back. In this video, we're going to show you how to construct an easy and simple to build bird feeder. We're going to simply have a bowl, fill it up with food, and place it into the bird feeder there. Let's go ahead and start. We'll look at some bowls, show you how to cut the holes, how to assemble it, and even how to hang it. And let's go ahead and start with the bowls. Maybe we'll start with a weak example. In this case, I just have a wooden ball, and what I'm really looking for is something with a little slope and a rim across the top. In this case, this one doesn't have either. And so if I was to start to drill a hole, I'm going to find initially it's just kind of sitting on top of the wood. And as I was to make that hole bigger and bigger, before I know it, it's just going to fall all the way through. This one would be getting a little bit better. It's got some slope, a little rim on the top. What I really don't like about it is the birds. I thought we're going to have to really reach down there to get to the seed once it was getting towards the bottom. What I eventually settled on was a little plastic salsa bowl. They come with 4 legs. If you don't like the legs, I was able to in about 10-15 minutes remove that. I just started with maybe 660 grit, went up to 440, did a little emery cloth, and was able to remove that, so you really can hardly even tell they're there. And always just keep in mind with plastic, this is black, so as I remove it, what do I get? More black, more black, more black plastic. It's all black. So if you go through your various grits of sandpaper, and again, like an emery cloth, you can probably get to the point where you can't even see there were legs there. Okay, so that was the bowl. Okay, as far as drilling out the hole, a lot of options. A scroll saw, you could use a jigsaw, a little bit more challenging. I happen to have some hole saws, and I got a set of about 15 or more. And so, sure enough, this one was a little too small, this one was a little too large, and this one was a little too small. But then what I did was I've got a sander that I can put in either the drill or the drill press, and I was just going to go through there a few times and remove just a little bit until the point where my bowls would just easily sit inside there. As far as construction goes, it's very simple here. If you wanted to, you could add this optional piece of wood here, and I've kind of got this ready to go here. And it's just going to hit. That's 2 purposes. One, it can help with assembly. And so now what I would do is I would fasten this using probably 2 screws on each side. It's going to stay there. And then I can fasten this. And what it does is I can, if I wanted to, I've got various ways to fasten it. I could put a single screw here. It's going to go through the roof, and it's actually going to go through this piece of 2x4 here below. But what I chose to do instead was I went with screws on the outside. So in this case, the screws go through, I carefully mark, and I'm going to have 2 screws, one on each side, that go through the roof into that 1x2 on each side. And then I've got some chain. I like this here chain, it's kind of black, and I can just cut off as much as I need there. And so finally, the last step there again is to you're going to maybe want to add some, in this case this is cedar, maybe add some linseed oil, some other way to help protect the wood a little bit there. Then I put in 2 screws on each side and add a little chain. And then again, I just got to get some, put some birdseed in here and put it in there. And that's how easy it is. And I'm going to give this project almost a beginner level. There's no tricky cuts, maybe that hole saw, so more on the beginning level for woodworking and building a bird feeder. Well, again, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you go out and construct a nice little bird feeder for yourself or maybe a present for someone else. Anyway, thank you, bye.